you still feel like a parent on call. Even after 70, you've raised your children, made countless sacrifices, and given your best. But now, instead of enjoying peace, you're still saying yes to babysitting, lending money, or dropping everything when they need you. It's time to change that. In this video, we'll uncover 7 powerful ways to stop serving your children in old age and start living for yourself, backed by elderly wisdom. These strategies will help you protect your energy, your finances, and your joy without losing love or connection. Stick around until the end. Strategy 1. Set clear boundaries. One of the biggest mistakes many older parents make is assuming that their role as a provider never truly ends. You raised your children, gave them everything they needed, and helped them become adults. But that doesn't mean you owe them your entire old age. If you're always at their beck and call, rearranging your life to suit their needs, and feeling guilty when you say no, it's time to set clear boundaries. Healthy relationships require mutual respect, and that includes respecting your time, energy, and personal life. If your children expect you to drop everything for them, handle their responsibilities, or make decisions that only benefit them, you need to start defining what is and isn't acceptable. That doesn't mean shutting them out or being cold. It means making it clear that your needs matter just as much as theirs. Take Robert, a 72-year-old father, who found himself babysitting his grandchildren 5 days a week. At first, he loved helping, but as time passed, he realized he no longer had time for his own life. When he finally spoke up and set limits, something amazing happened. His children adjusted. They found other solutions, and Robert reclaimed his freedom without damaging his relationship with his family. It's not selfish to prioritize yourself. It's necessary. A parent's job is to raise children who can stand on their own, not to serve them endlessly. When you establish boundaries, you teach your children to respect your time and effort while still maintaining a strong and loving connection. Strategy 2. Prioritize your own financial security. Many older parents make the mistake of putting their children's financial needs ahead of their own. They dip into their savings, co-sign loans, or give away large sums of money, sometimes out of love, sometimes out of obligation. But here's the harsh truth. Once your money is gone, no one is going to replenish it for you. Retirement is supposed to be a time when you can finally enjoy the fruits of your labor. Yet too many seniors find themselves struggling financially because they felt guilty saying no. Helping your children when you can is a kind gesture, but sacrificing your financial stability for their comfort is a dangerous mistake. The reality is, the best thing you can do for them is to ensure that you never become a financial burden yourself. Take Harold, a 74-year-old man who spent years bailing out his son from bad financial decisions. Each time his son promised to repay him, but the money never came back. Eventually, Harold realized he was jeopardizing his own future. He had to make the difficult decision to stop handing out money and let his son learn how to stand on his own. And while it was tough at first, his son eventually became more responsible, and Harold was able to protect the retirement he had worked so hard for. If your children ask for financial help, think long and hard before giving in. Will this put your own security at risk? Are they relying on you instead of figuring things out on their own? You have to put yourself first, because no one else will do it for you. Protect what you have worked for, and don't let guilt convince you to give away your peace of mind. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Strategy 3. Maintain your own life and interests. One of the most common mistakes people make in old age is allowing their world to shrink around their children. It starts with small things, canceling plans to help them with errands, spending more time babysitting than doing what you love, or putting off personal goals because they might need you. Over time, without even realizing it, your entire life revolves around them, and suddenly you don't know who you are outside of being a parent. But here's the truth. Your identity is not just mom or dad. You had passions, friendships, and dreams before your children became the center of your world. And those things still matter. If you give up your personal interests, you risk losing your sense of self. And nothing drains a person's vitality faster than feeling like their life no longer belongs to them. Take Edward, a 76-year-old retired teacher who always loved woodworking. When his daughter had her first child, he gladly helped out, spending more and more time taking care of his grandson. But before he knew it, his days were consumed with child-rearing again, and he barely touched his tools. It wasn't until a friend encouraged him to start building furniture again that he realized just how much he had abandoned his own passions. Once he picked up his hobby again, he felt more fulfilled and even found a new group of friends who shared his interests. It's easy to justify putting your children first, but you have to ask yourself, who's looking out for you? A fulfilling old age doesn't come from waiting around to be needed. It comes from pursuing what excites you, whether it's a hobby, traveling, learning something new, or simply spending time with people who inspire you. Keeping your own interests alive ensures that you stay vibrant, engaged, and independent. Your children have their own lives, and you deserve to have yours, too. Strategy 4. Teach self-reliance instead of dependence. One of the greatest gifts you can give your children is the ability to stand on their own 2 feet. Yet too many parents continue to step in, solve their problems, and make life easier for them, even well into adulthood. While this may feel like love, it can actually do more harm than good. Instead of empowering them, you may be keeping them from learning how to handle life's challenges on their own. It's important to ask yourself, are you helping them or are you enabling them? If your children call you every time they need financial support, emotional reassurance, or a quick fix for their problems, and you always step in, they never have the opportunity to build resilience, and in the process, you may find yourself exhausted, constantly giving while they continue to take. Take Frank, a 70-plus-year-old father, who realized that his son, now in his 40s, had never truly stood on his own. Every time life got hard, Frank was there to offer money, fix mistakes, and provide a safety net. But when Frank finally decided to stop bailing him out, something surprising happened. His son figured things out on his own. He made mistakes, yes, but he also learned how to be responsible. And their relationship actually improved because there was no longer an expectation that Frank would always save the day. This doesn't mean you shouldn't support your children, but there's a difference between offering guidance and taking on their burden. They are adults now, and part of growing up means learning how to handle setbacks, make decisions, and take responsibility for their own choices. If you keep stepping in, you may be robbing them of the chance to develop the skills they need to truly thrive. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Strategy 5. Pursue lifelong learning. To maintain your freedom in old age and avoid becoming overly reliant on your children's needs, commit to lifelong learning. Engaging in new knowledge, whether through online courses in classrooms, or community classes, keeps your mind sharp and reinforces your independence. Take 77-year-old Clara, who felt her life revolved around her children's demands. She enrolled in a local history course, rediscovering her passion for learning. This not only boosted her confidence but also shifted family dynamics, as her children respected her newfound focus. Learning fosters self-reliance and enriches your identity beyond parenting. Ask, what new skill can I explore? Strategy 6. Establish emotional independence. Many older parents unknowingly tie their emotional well-being to their children. They wait for phone calls, feel hurt when their kids don't visit, and adjust their moods based on how much attention they receive. But here's the hard truth. Your happiness should never depend on someone else's actions. The moment you allow your emotional state to be dictated by your children, you give up control over your own life. It's not enough to love your family, but there's a difference between loving them and being emotionally dependent on them. When your sense of self-worth is wrapped up in how often they call, how much they appreciate you, or how involved they are in your life, you put yourself in a position of constant disappointment. Your children are busy, they have jobs, families, and responsibilities of their own, and while they may love you deeply, they cannot be the sole source of your emotional fulfillment. Take Eleanor, a 73-year-old woman who used to feel heartbroken every time her son canceled plans or forgot to call. She spent years feeling unappreciated until one day she decided to shift her focus. Instead of waiting for her children to reach out, she started making plans with friends, joining social groups, and rediscovering hobbies she had neglected. The result, she became happier, more confident, and, surprisingly, her relationship with her children actually improved because she no longer placed the burden of her happiness on them. You have the power to create joy in your own life. By building a strong emotional foundation outside of your children, you free yourself from unnecessary pain and disappointment. Surround yourself with people who lift you up. Pursue activities that bring you fulfillment, and recognize that your value is not determined by how much attention you receive. True happiness comes from within, not from waiting for others to provide it. Strategy 7. Protect your peace by setting boundaries. One of the most powerful things you can do in your later years is learn to say no. Too many parents feel obligated to meet every request, whether it's babysitting grandkids, lending money, or rearranging their lives to accommodate their children's needs. But here's the reality. You are not a limitless resource, and your time, energy, and well-being matter just as much as theirs. Setting boundaries does not mean you love your children any less. It simply means you recognize your own worth and refuse to sacrifice your peace for the sake of keeping others happy. If you are constantly feeling drained, unappreciated, or taken advantage of, that's a clear sign that boundaries need to be put in place. Consider George, a 78-year-old man who spent years saying yes to every request his children made. Need a loan? He'd give it. He'd cancel his plans. Need someone to watch the grandkids last minute? He'd drop everything. Eventually, he realized that his kindness had turned into obligation, and that his children had come to expect his help rather than appreciate it. One day, he decided to set some limits. He still helped when he genuinely wanted to, but he stopped overextending himself at the expense of his own happiness. At first, his children were surprised, but over time, they learned to respect his decisions, and their relationship became healthier because of it. Boundaries are not about pushing people away. They are about protecting your own well-being. When you prioritize your own needs, you teach others to respect you, and you create space for relationships that are built on mutual appreciation rather than obligation. You have given enough. Now it's time to give yourself permission to live on your own terms. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. You've spent a lifetime giving. Now it's your time to grow, breathe, and live on your terms. These 7 strategies aren't about shutting out your children. They're about reclaiming your space with love, confidence, and wisdom. When you set boundaries, honor your needs, and pursue your own passions, you teach your family what real self-respect looks like. Which strategy spoke to you the most? If this video inspired you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who deserves a reminder. It's never too late to live for yourself. Until next time, protect your peace, love wisely, and choose freedom.